me being a fan of the Spider-Man games, and I like all Spider-Man games, dates all the way back to my one of the favorites was Spider-Man 2. I've played that game continuously, and to this day I still have that copy of my game for the Xbox 360 and for the PS2. But one game that comes to mind that talk about Spider-Man series is Web of Shadows. Now, Web of Shadows was one of the first games that came out of the Spider-Man series, and it basically introduces the symbiote saga of Venom. And yeah, it's a really good game. You know, you have over-the-top fight sequences with the Vulture, which was amazing. This is one of probably the definitive versions of what Activision has done past Spider-Man 2. If they ever want to be a successor, this probably is the successor of it. And if you haven't played it, you should definitely check it out. It's a really good game. And once again, it's made by Activision. So yeah, check this game out if you can, if you find it in the wild. It's a really good game. Next up, we have Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. Now, Shattered Dimensions was a Activision game, and it basically, in chronological order, it gives you the rundown of all of these Spider-Mans from different comic book versions of them. You have Amazing, of course. You have Noir, which is really good. It reminds me of, you know, the Dark Knight series, the Arkham City series. It was really cool. I like the visuals in it. Very, very dark. Then it goes to the 2099 Spider-Man, which, hands down, the free fall sequences in this game of the 2099 version is truly amazing. I'm glad they expanded it on that with another game I'm about to show you. But yeah, this game is a really good game. For any Spider-Man fans out there, you should definitely check this out. Before the Amazing Spider-Man video game came out, and before the movie, there was a little game called Spider-Man Edge of Time. Now, Edge of Time is basically, I don't want to spoil it for you, it gives a rundown of what happens if there is no more Spider-Man. Yeah, but this is another really good game, once again made by Activision. And I don't understand why a lot of people hate Activision. I really enjoy Activision games. You know, when you go in the game store and you sit there and you see this sitting on the shelf, if you look around, there's not really a lot of variety of games that came out this generation or last generation, but it just shows how far they're willing to go to give fans of games and in comic books in general a sense of, hey, you can actually play as these characters, enjoy the visuals, and actually have a really good time doing it. But yeah, this is another game, Edge of Time. If you haven't played this game, you should definitely check it out. I do not want to spoil it for you because this game is really good. And another game out of the Marvel series, which we probably won't be seeing too much because since Disney is now owning Marvel, they haven't really been giving as far as giving out a lot of good games. I mean, we recently got the 2.0 version of Infinity, Disney Infinity, but you don't really want to play as a toy box. You want to actually get a full 3D concept of your favorite characters of the Marvel series. But yep, Spider-Man Edge of Time, check it out. We have The Amazing Spider-Man, the movie game. Now, I actually have two copies of this because I really enjoy this. When they made this game, I mean, this game was a really good game. A lot of people didn't like it because of the mechanics with the swinging, and yeah, you can swing in the air, but man, I'm playing the game to play Spider-Man. I don't care if the webs didn't touch or didn't look like it touched a building. This game was, I think it gave it an 8 on you know, several video game websites, but to me this deserves a 9 because what B-Nox has basically done with Spider-Man franchise along with Activision is they really care about the character and they really develop Spider-Man in all his glory. And they had like 2 DLCs where you could play with Stan Lee, you know, but I mean, it was okay. I never downloaded it. I just wanted the game for the story itself. But yeah, definitely check this game out. Another game made by Activision, as we see. And yeah, it's a really cool game. It even has a nice metal gloss finish on the cover. It actually looks like Spider-Man is literally jumping out at you. you know, but definitely check this game out. Amazing Spider-Man. And finally, in the Spider-Man video games made by, once again, Activision and Beanox, is the Amazing Spider-Man 2. I really didn't like this one as much as I liked the first one, but it was okay. You know, it gives you everything that you expect in the Spider-Man universe, a little bit more. But where this game falls at, I think the most is they really try to cater to the fans of, I guess, Spider-Man 2, who were upset about the fact that Spider-Man can't web swing on buildings, or it doesn't look like he's web swinging on buildings. So it's sort of like crippled this game a little bit, in my opinion. But all in all, it's still a good game. And yeah, another game made by Activision, Marvel, under the Marvel license. But like I tell you, once again, since Disney owns Marvel, I think Sony's still a part owner of it. The contract is up in, like, I guess 2 more years, but they will be pumping out Spider-Man 3 and Spider-Man 4, and they'll be covering the entire Sinister Six saga before Marvel completely owns your favorite web swinging Spider-Man. So yeah, Spider-Man 2, check it out. A few other games that Activision has made that, you know, people still would hate the fact that, you know, there's a lot of FPS shooters out there, and Activision just make FPS shooters, but they really don't. And another game I'm gonna bring up is XMen Destiny. Now, I'm still standing in the Marvel universe, but this video is basically focused on how many diverse games Activision has given out other than first-person shooters. And this game wasn't well received. A lot of people hated on it and said it was bad. Me personally, I haven't played it yet, but I plan on playing it because I like the Marvel universe and I like the whole mutant superpowers. I mean, I'm going back from the first original X-Men game on Nintendo. And even though that was top-down view, that game, I could not stand that game, personally. I'm sorry. I just didn't like it. Until Genesis came around with the X-Men version, the Clone Wars for the Genesis, that was one of my favorites. I personally like that game. But yeah, XMen Destiny. If you want to check it out, be my guest. But this is another game made by Activision under the Marvel license. Don't know where Marvel's going to take all of these video games from here on out as far as the characters and everything, but it'll be interesting to see. So, Marvel, XMen Destiny. We have Deadpool. Now, before Deadpool, there was a game that I'm going to show you in a minute. Deadpool was a great game. I really enjoyed this game. There's actually a movie that's going to be coming out soon, so, you know, I'm definitely going to have to check that out. I saw the trailer for it. Got my boy Cable in it. And this is actually the second time Cable has appeared in any video game other than Capcom versus Marvel series. But, yeah, that's Cable right there. That's right, so we're finally getting into the 90s superheroes. Because all you've seen in movies is 60s and 70s superheroes, but Deadpool is an official 90s superhero. So I cannot wait until that movie drops because I will be supporting my boy Deadpool. So yeah, check it out. Activision game. Past Deadpool is Wolverine Origins. Wolverine Origins Uncaged Edition. This is hands down the best definitive version of the Wolverine in all its glory. It has adamantium. It has basically healing factor, adamantium, bone skeleton when you get shot. This game will probably go down as the best Wolverine game to date. I gotta say. And Wolverine has had a lot of games from the Genesis to the Nintendo, Super Nintendo. But this right here, this is Wolverine. This is what I expect from, you know, the Marvel Activision franchise. And since Marvel has taken away all of the rights from Activision, we probably won't ever see a game this great in a long time. And if it is, it'll probably be behind a paywall or episodic series. We are venturing into the world of cloud-based gaming. But if you want a game that you own, that you could pop in and play, this is one of the games that you should definitely have in your collection. Another game made by Activision, X-Men Origins Wolverine Uncaged Edition.